Hi, guys, and welcome back to my sunroom. I am here to do a video about some of my favorite makeup products from last year. Now, I'm not here to pontificate about what a great makeup artist I am because I'm not a makeup artist. I'm a bullshit artist of the first degree, but I'm no makeup artist. And I'm also not here to show you how to use these products simply because I honestly believe that everybody gets to know their own face and everybody knows what looks best on them and how best to use it. So, without further ado, I am going to show you products that I did write in a blog post a couple of weeks ago. I'll try to add the link to the blog post, but I don't know if you're able to on YouTube. There's still so much that I'm learning about this community. But anyway, without further ado, as I said, here is my magic bag, or rather my bag of magic makeup tricks. And by the way, if you are ever in Saint-Tropez, you got to stop at Rondini and get yourself a custom-made pair of sandals. Simply because they're great. Like the store is so great, and the people that work there are so great, and you get a custom-made fit and a custom-made sandal for less money than what you'll pay for a pair of Tory Burch sandals that'll fall apart. So anyway, in no particular order, I am going to give you some of my favorites from last year. So let's start out with eyeshadow palettes. Now, I have quite a few favorite eyeshadow palettes from last year. As you can see, there's a lot. And I'm going to explain just why I like each one. So here we have the Tartelette palette by Tarte. And this is really weird because I have an incredible love, not love relationship with Tarte Cosmetics. Either their stuff works for me or it's a total loss. Last spring, I purchased one of their eyeshadow palettes, and it was the only eyeshadow palette that I ever returned to the store. It was awful. I think it was something about Tartelette Spring and Bloom. I don't know what it was, but it was bad. Anyway, I saw this on the website and I decided, you know what? I'm going to give Tarte a second chance with their palettes simply because all of these are neutrals and they're gorgeous neutrals. I have used this palette so many times. I'm basically a neutral person. As you can see from my videos, my makeup is usually washed out, but in real life, it looks a lot better. I think that if you're a neutral person, this is an excellent, excellent, excellent palette. It runs the gamut from light to dark, and everything is well pigmented. I have nothing bad to say about this. This is a great everyday palette. Next in line is Subculture by Anastasia or Anastasia of Beverly Hills. This. This is one of those palettes that I thought in a million years I would never like it. But when I saw it at when I saw it at TJ Maxx on sale for like 20 bucks, I couldn't resist. I went on payday and I was like, 20 bucks, man. Everybody hates this thing. Let me see what it's really like. This palette turned out to be such a great, great palette. I love these darker colors. Trust me, they work on the mature eye because I have done so many great, I don't want to say eye looks, but this palette has been very good to me. Here's this color called Electric, and it's like a hologram color. I wore it a lot over the holidays. Um, I know that there were a lot of complaints that it wasn't very pigmented, but I just kind of licked my finger and then put my finger in there. Yes, I know I'm disgusting and I own it. I own my disgust because I'm too lazy to get water and dip a brush into it. So it's it's my spit, it's my body. I can do what I want. And I would just touch it, put it on the lid, and I had a beautiful, beautiful lid finish. But all of these colors are so ridiculously pigmented that all you need to do is just touch the eyeshadow color and it goes on beautifully. And I have to say, the brush that it comes with isn't half bad either because I've used that a lot too. So, on to the next one. Here is a MAC palette that I made by myself. I love the fact that MAC allows you to make your own eyeshadow palettes. Now, two of the colors, Quarry down here and Gesso up here, are definitely hitting pan worthy because Quarry is a taupey, not quite purple, but it's a taupey color that just looks flattering on everybody. I wear this a lot in the summer, and I also have 3 more palettes that I made, all with the color Quarry. I think Quarry is probably hands down the best eyeshadow color ever invented, and I have to thank MAC for that. I hope they never discontinue it, or I will be a very sad, sad person. But seriously, if you're looking for one universal color, I would definitely say get thee to MAC and purchase Quarry. It's the greatest shade of all time. So there we have that. Now, next we have Kat Von D's Shadow and Light palette. I have this in the matte version, and I also have this in the glimmer version. This happens to be the matte version. Let me show you. Here we go. There's a warm, a neutral, and a cool grouping of all of the eyeshadow looks. Now, honestly, even if you're a cool like me, you can still wear them warm. It depends on what you're wearing and like what hair you're wearing, to tell you the truth. She's got a really good concept here because everything is about shadows and light. And it's kind of like a contour for eyes, but I really like this one because again, this is another everyday look, or it's just one of those palettes where you can just reach for it if you're getting ready on a weekend day and you don't want anything too intense. This is perfect. And even though it's matte, the shades are not ashy at all. They're just really, really nice. What I will do sometimes when I go to work, I will use both the palettes. I'll use this for everything, and then just on the lid, I'll use the glimmer shadows and light. So again, I got this at TJ Maxx for $20, and I know it retails for approximately $40 to $49 on her website and on Sephora's website. So if you get the chance to see this at a discounted price, I would definitely suggest picking it up because it's really worth the money. Okay, now next, I know that there's been some controversy about this, but this was a great $20 worth of eyeshadows. This is Makeup Revolution's the Emily Edit the Wants. Now, I am a big fan of Emily Noel 83. Since the first time I saw her quite a few years ago, I just immediately fell in love with her because she's so descriptive and she's just, I don't know, she's just one of those people that just seems really nice. Her two daughters are adorable. She's just so cute. And she's just, I don't know. I like the girl or the young woman. I don't want to be offensive to anybody, but she did a collab with Makeup Revolution, and I happen to be a Makeup Revolution fan too. And for an affordable palette, hold on, let me open this. It's kind of messed up because I've used it so many times. This is definitely a go-to. As you can see, I've hit pan on cream already. During the holidays, I was in love with, what's that color again? Corduroy, and love tons because it's green and a little bit on the reddish side. Now, I know that there was some controversy because some people had gotten, I guess, a moldy palette, but I don't blame that on Emily Noel. It probably had something to do with maybe the blend of certain shadows and how they were stored. I don't know, but I can tell you mine never got moldy. I know that this is back in stores, and for 20 bucks, this is an excellent, excellent palette because it gives you the opportunity to play with color if you normally don't play with eye color. So that's this is definitely a great palette. Now, my next palette, and this I call a travel palette. And yes, it's another Emily Noel 83. This is the Needs palette. And I'm going to say, if you travel or if you have the kind of job where maybe you need a makeup touch up during the day, if you've got meetings to go to, or if you're going to a lunch with somebody, or if you're going to a business meeting after work, you need this palette. Look at this. This palette has eyeshadows, highlighter, contour, blush, and another highlighter. And I'm going to say, when I first saw this palette, I was like, oh man, this blush isn't going to work. But surprisingly, it does. The first time that I used this palette was when I went to see my daughter Una in Cincinnati. I used this palette every single day when I was visiting her. There was nothing else that I needed. And when my husband and I went to Paris in November, this baby came along with me and I used it every day. And one thing that I want to point out, French women do not load as much goop on their faces as we do. So the neutral shades here worked so well when I was over there. I've taken this to DC with me when we go on DC weekends. As a matter of fact, I love this palette so much that I have two. One is in my everyday collection, and one is right in my travel makeup bag. So I don't have to even put anything in my travel makeup bag because it's already there. And speaking of travel makeup bags, I do keep duplicates of everything that I really use every day so that I don't have to put anything extra into my makeup travel bag. That's just a tip. Okay. Okay, next we have foundations. Now, I did a short video on foundations yesterday, but these are my favorites from 2018. Um, okay, I have both the Ordinary Serum Foundation and Coverage Foundation. For the money, like these foundations for the money are insane because they blend in so well with your skin. I'm wearing it. Can you see? Oh, do I have foundation on? Yeah, I have two foundations on, and I'll show you the other foundation after I stop blabbing about this. Um, Under $8, I'm telling you, the shade range isn't the largest, but The shades work because they are so blendable and they blend into your skin like a second skin. And at under $8, you cannot beat the price point of these little nuggets of foundation. And it might look like a small little bottle, but I've had these for over a year. And I'm telling you, I'm reaching the bottom of the barrel, but they're still going strong. Now, here's another affordable brand. Actually, all of the liquid foundations that I have here are pretty affordable. Um, Drugstore, yeah, but I can't stand that like label of drugstore because people seem to think that drugstore foundations might not be as good. But hey, man, it depends on how you apply it. That's all I'm going to say. Now, I found out about this LA Girl Pro Coverage, and you can see I didn't even bother cleaning these because this I want you to see how much I use these, okay? These are very well used makeup products. So this is the LA Girl, and the cover, okay, here's the cover to make it look nicer. I found out about this foundation from Tarte Westbrook. I don't know if any of you follow her on YouTube, but she's adorable. I mean, she's in her 30s. She's cute as a button, and she's got some good reviews. She reviewed this LA Girl foundation to the point where I was like, man, I got to get this stuff. I got it, and truth be told, this is a wonderful foundation for under $10. It doesn't oxidize. It blends beautifully. As a matter of fact, I was in CVS a couple of weeks ago and I did pick up a second because I am almost at the bottom of this one. I also like the pump. I'm a big fan of pump foundations, and I think this is really definitely for an under $10 foundation. This is excellent, and it's very mature skin friendly. Okay, here we go. This Wet and Wild Photo Focus foundation. It's under $6 at Walmart, and this is unstinking believable. It's another one of those foundations that just kind of blend into your natural skin tone. You do have to shake it up a little bit. The only thing that I'm not crazy about isn't in the foundation itself. It's in this applicator. See this? It's like this wonky looking thing that I don't like it. I like a pump, but you know what? The foundation is so good that the way that little applicator thing is attached to the top of the bottle lid, it's not a deal breaker. I have three different shades of this and I blend them to get a shade that works well with my skin tone. But like this stuff, Wet and Wild really picked a winner with this, and it's not going to break the bank. I mean, come on, under $6 for two or three, it's still less expensive than it is when you're buying a luxury brand. So that's it. Wet and Wild Photo Focus. It's really great. I'm telling you, it doesn't dry your skin out. I'm not going to say that it's hydrating, but it doesn't dry your skin out and it doesn't take up. This is very long lasting. I can put this on in the morning, and when I come home from work, it still looks really good. Okay. Next, I'm going to talk about blushes. I use cream blushes and I use powder blushes. Now, this cream blush is called Sweet Pea and it's by Stila Cosmetics. And I'm really pissed off presently at Stila because they discontinued this. And I went online and can't find it anywhere and I'm really pissed off because why? Why do you freaking discontinue a product that works? I'm going to open up this little container, and what you are going to see, you're going to say, oh my God, she is so gross. But I don't care. I am using this stuff until there's nothing left. This is it. There's still product around the rim, and I will use this until I can't use it anymore. This pink blush is so creamy and it blends in so well, and it is so flattering to a cool toned pasty white complexion. And I, for the life of me, cannot understand why Stila Cosmetics discontinued this. It's a bane of contention with me because I'm still trying to find a decent pink cream. Okay? I'm not a happy camper. Now, here's another this blush, believe it or not, this blush was sent to me from one of my fellow blogger friends. I had raved about Laura Geller products, even though she doesn't use older women on her website. They all look like they just started their periods for the first time. That's how young they are. But Laura Geller is a very, very mature, woman friendly brand. And her baked cosmetics are really good. They're excellent, especially in the summer. Now, this baked blush and brighten is the color Cherry Truffle. And it looks really dark, right? Like, look at it. It looks super dark. It didn't work for Sandy, but the second that I brushed it on me for the first time, I fell in love with this. I know it's really difficult to see because of the lighting, but this is what I'm wearing today. I, I, I know I'm going to hit pan on this later this year because I use this almost every day. Surprisingly, for a darker blush with a light touch, it glides on really nicely. It lasts all day. This color is just amazing. And I'm going to bet that it's flattering on darker skin tones as well as my pasty skin. So Laura Geller, Baked Blush and Brighten, Cherry Truffle. This is excellent. What do we have next? I'm going to hit primers next. I use a primer because I really think that having skin that's on the dry side, especially with age, I think a primer helps, like definitely helps to keep the foundation on, sort of like glue, but without the sticky, gluey mess. But it also hydrates your skin. Now, this is by Hard Candy. Okay, $8 at Walmart. And this is the Sheer Envy Primer Shine Free. I love this. And let me tell you something. Every time I go to Walmart to repurchase, they're sold out. So that should give you a good indication of how popular this stuff is. I am hitting the bottom of this tube, and every trip that I take to Walmart, I always check to see if they have any, and they don't. And I'm kind of getting in a panic mode because I don't have a backup of this. Okay, so that's it. This is a great primer. If you're looking for a really good primer, try this. If you happen to be in Walmart or wherever they sell Hard Candy and you see it, buy it and don't look back. Buy two. Okay, now next we have this face blur by Etude. It's a Korean beauty company. This I purchased on Amazon, kind of on a whim, and I really like it a lot. Um, I usually wear this with a liquid foundation simply because with a cream foundation, I don't think this is as hydrating as the Hard Candy, but this is excellent. And I compare this to the Fenty to the Fenty primer that I have. This is I am telling you, this is a dupe for the Fenty primer. And this works just as well because I have both. So if you're letting your fingers do the walking through Amazon, check this out because it's really good. Okay, next, I found out about Embroylisse through watching various makeup artist videos on YouTube, and everybody raves about this. Everybody calls it a multi-purpose cream that can be used as primer. And I do use this as primer. It's like a multitasking moisturizer slash primer. So you only need one product to both moisturize and prime. When we were in Paris, I picked up 2 of these, and my mistake, I should have picked up 4 because the price at City Farmer was half off of what I pay, what you would pay here in the States. Um, on my next visit back to City Pharma, I am going to be loading up on this stuff and giving it away as gifts. This is great. It is a white cream. Hold on. You only need a drop. I swear. This is great for your whole face. I'm moisturizing. Oh, it's so nice. No, really, this is great. This is an excellent product. I know that they sell this at Target, although I've never seen it at Target, and it retails here at about $25. I was so happy to get it for the equivalent of about 12 US dollars. So that's it. If you see this stuff, it's definitely worth the purchase. Okay, so that's it. That's it for primers. Now, let's talk about contour. What's in my bag? Just call me Mary Poppins, or actually, just call me Harry Poppins. Okay, so I have 2 stick contours that I use on a regular basis. This one, Ibiza by Charlotte Tilbury. I'm down to the bottom of this. This is my summer go-to contour. I love this. And it's really more on the warm side than the cool side, but I would say it's kind of universal. I like this better when I have a fake tan working, or like if I've used a ton of sunscreen and still have a little bit of a tan. I like using this. This glides on so, this is like freaking cream for your face. It glides on so nicely and it does a great job of contouring. It's nice and soft, and I love this. Again, this is a product when I tried to replenish it, it's always sold out, and that kind of annoys me. But the other thing is this retails for $45, and that's really pricey. Um, I would buy this again, but at the price point, I mean, the thing is, Charlotte Tilbury makes really nice makeup, but it's really expensive. I wish that her price point would come down a bit. That's just my opinion. Maybe it's not yours. We all have different priorities when it comes to spending money on makeup, but that's just my opinion. Next, this contour I love. This this is the Fenty Matchstick contour, and this is the shade Amber. This shade Amber works so well on cool tones. I love this. I've had it for about a year now, and it's still going strong because there's a lot of product in this little tube. I'm going to tell you that. Um, Man, Rihanna knows how to do a makeup, and she does it where it's quite affordable. Now, this, I'm pretty sure it was $25, which is a lot more affordable than the Charlotte Tilbury Beach Stick. okay? Some people have said that this is hard to blend in, but with the right tools, I think it's fine. I have never had a problem blending this in. And I think this is a beautiful, beautiful contour shade. It works for everybody that has lighter skin. The taupe color gives you a great like shade and shadow on your face. I can't say enough about this. This is one of my faves. And I do have a backup waiting just in case I run out of this sooner or later. So let's see what else I have. Okay. Now I'm gonna get to the stick foundations. I did speak about this base stick foundation from Makeup Revolution at $9. This is a great deal. This is the shade F4. It's definitely, look, if you're looking for full coverage, this definitely covers. It's a really, 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 really good buy for the $9. Next, hold on. Oh my God, my coffee table is now like a makeup table. Next is my favorite, favorite, favorite stick foundation. This is the Kristofer Buckle Vitality Stick. I did I did include this on another video. It's creamy as all get out. It's like, I almost want to eat it. That's how creamy it is. But I'll bet there's like too much fat, so I'm on a diet. But I love this so much. If you're looking for more coverage, this is excellent. And even though it's a skin foundation, it is hydrating. It is not drying. It doesn't take. It is just absolutely gorgeous. And speaking of Kristofer Buckle, here is his setting powder. This setting powder is great. It comes with this little like spongy applicator, which I kind of find myself using a lot simply because I'm lazy. I'm too lazy to reach for my beauty blender. But look at this. There's a sifter. How cute is that? I mean, a sifter. Oh my God, I just spilled powder on me. Oh well. At least the sofa is white. But this is so finely milled that I forget that I apply it, and sometimes I forget to brush it off. That's how great it is, and it blends in so well. I have only started using a setting powder late summer, early fall, and this was the one that I used. I had the Coty, and I know a lot of people really like it, but this is so much better because it is so finely milled, and I think it's more mature skin friendly. I've never used the Laura Mercier, and I know that Laura Mercier gets a lot of love, but man, if you haven't tried this Kristofer Buckle stuff yet, uh, get the QVC and order this because it's excellent. So next, I'm going to touch on concealers. I have two concealers here, but there are three concealers that were my favorites for last year. And one of them, I ran out and I didn't realize it was my backup. So now I need to go out and get another one. It's the Age Rewind by Maybelline. And it's so stinking good. Like, it's so hydrating and it's so great for mature skin. But since I don't have it anymore because I used the bottom of the barrel last week, I'm going to focus on the ones that I do use a lot and that are my favorites. This MAC Pro Longwear Concealer is wonderful. You only need like the tiniest amount, like you need like a small amount, and a little goes a long way. I love the fact that this is in a glass Like this is in a glass tube, which means that it's really very germ free. And, you know, I'm pretty slobby about my makeup. So this works wonders for somebody like me. The shade, I can't remember the shade that I have, but it definitely is a shade that is more cooler skin tone friendly. It's got, you know, a little pump, which I like. Trust me, I love the pump. This is wonderful, and a little goes a long way. If you buy this, you will have it for a long, long time. Next is Shape Tape. I'm not crazy about this applicator, but what's inside is what counts. And this is a great concealer. I know that this has not gotten a lot of love with a lot of older women because they think that it dries the skin and draws it to the wrinkles. Trust me, I have wrinkles, and can you see? I have wrinkles. And this is fine. I have never had any problem with this stuff accentuating my wrinkles. I've never had any problems with this being super duper dry. I love this. And I even put it on my nose because my nose has a tendency to get a little bit red during the day because I have allergies and I spend a lot of time blowing my nose. But this keeps my nose from getting red, and I really adore this. And plus, look at this. There's a pink flamingo on here. Oh my God, I love it so much. It's so adorable. So we're getting to the bottom of the barrel. So you know, you can be like, oh God, how long is this one gonna go on? But here is a powder contour that I like. This is the Hola by Benefit. Benefit is another company that I have a love-hate relationship with, but I really love this. This is a very nice neutral toned powder contour, and it works really well. This is a cute little mini size. I do think it's pricey. This mini size was, I think, $16. I must have had a lot of money in my wallet, or my husband, or either that or my husband was with me. But a little goes a long way, and this is good stuff. Now, let's get let's get to mascara. I'm a big fan of L'Oreal's Voluminous mascara. Mascara is one of those things that I used to love Maybelline's the Falsies, but they changed the formulation and then it got really bad. So mascara is something that doesn't last long. I go through mascara the way an escort goes through panties. Okay, that's how much I go through mascara. But I like this Voluminous, and I like this Voluminous lash primer. I find that if I use a lash primer, it actually makes the mascara more intense and it keeps it on without flaking. Another mascara that I like is the Kristofer Buckle Mascara. Let me tell you something. This is a great mascara simply because it doesn't make your lashes thicker, but it defines them and it makes them look slightly longer because the the wand that it comes with is really good for separating the lashes. Here we go. Can you see? I just happen to like, this guy, this Kristofer Buckle guy. I am so glad that I found out about his cosmetics. So I want to touch on something else. Here is some cold press argan oil. Thanks to both Wayne Goss and Tarte, I started using a drop of argan oil to my liquid foundation on a daily basis, and it is life-changing. It makes the foundation go on smoother. Um, it gives a dewy appearance to the foundation. It's just like the best tip that I ever received in my life. And Wayne Goss, I mean, if I lived next door to him, he would probably have a restraining order on me because I would just be at his house all the time. Wayne, can I make you some tea? Wayne, look at this. Wayne, can I make you some cookies? Wayne, can you put lipstick on me? Wayne, how can I look better? He would be calling the police saying, get this woman away from me. And lastly, I'm going to touch on my brows. I think brows are, here's the product. Oh, here it is. I think brows are a very difficult part of the face to get right. And what's with the brows that everybody has now that look like two railroad train cabooses? It's like, give me a break. Unless you have naturally thick brows, I think when you try to fill in brows to make them look like two rectangular pieces of I don't know what, it looks freaking ridiculous. Um, there was a time when I had naturally thick brows. I don't anymore. So I just try to fill my brows in the best that I can. My brows aren't even. I don't try to make them look like twins because I, I that doesn't work for me. What I do love is this Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. I've been using this stuff for years. It is a gel brow product. I apply it with this It Cosmetics brow brush that I have also had for years. It works. I'm not going to mess with it. This is the one product that I keep going back to. It is a holy grail of brows. And speaking of holy grails, this is really the last product that I'm going to talk about. It's Bare Minerals Well Rested. I have been using this stuff since, maybe I was in my late 40s. Okay. I've been using this stuff forever to the point where I finally did something very pragmatic and I put myself on Bare Minerals auto delivery for this well rested. And I get it every 3 months. And sure enough, this lasts me every 3 months. It's like right when I hit the bottom, I'll sit there and I'll think, oh man, you know what? I'm hitting the bottom of this. I hope they send it to me soon. Sure enough, the next day it'll show up in my mail with cute little free samples. So this is a hard product to describe, but it's a concealer and a corrector at the same time. Right here, I have like blue stuff. I don't, I think a lot of women do, like you get like this kind of blue area right near your nose and your eye. This dang stuff takes it away. All you need to do is just dab a little on with a brush. It takes it away. I also use this as a base for my eyeshadow. And, it's just one of those products. I cannot be without this. I can't. If they ever discontinued this, I would be very, very upset. I would have a hissy fit, almost like the hissy fit that I'm having about Stila Cosmetics canceling Sweet Pea. Like, why do companies do that? Something works. Why do you discontinue it? Just because the millennials aren't buying it? There's a whole nother demographic that loves your stuff. So, anyway, that's it. I'm going to go now and put all this stuff away, which will take me an hour. So, I hope you're having a good day and take care. And that's it. Those are my favorites. I've wasted enough of your time. Go bye bye now. Bye.